Hey guys, welcome back to the Morning Mug. Today we're going to talk about some of these videos that are up on the YouTube right now. I mean, you got a couple there that's in the Philippines right now. They're called. They used to have a YouTube channel called the Crownies. Um, it was a pretty good vlog. It was the day in their lives, how they built a business, a boat business, and she went on to do a nail salon and so on and so forth. But sometime their last, probably about 4, 4, 5, 6 months ago, somewhere around there, they broke up. Andre, the guy's name, he went back to Germany. They left on pretty good terms. They had their differences, obviously. So he went back to Germany and she stayed in the Philippines. And I guess they run the businesses together. I'm not quite sure how that's working. I think the salon is totally hers, from what I'm understanding. And the boat business is between both of them. So I don't know how that works, but it is what it is. Uh, so anyway, Charlie came back online there a few weeks ago, probably a couple months now. She started doing her own vlog. So basically, not having Andre in the picture whatsoever. She did talk about a little bit about the breakup and so on and so forth, how they are still friends. Andre kept the vlog, the Crown's vlog. He's just doing it on his own now. Um, but it's a little bit confusing. It's up and down and up and down and up and down. One minute they're broke up, and the next minute Andre's coming back to the Philippines. Now, I'm not saying anything against Andre. I'm not saying anything against Charmy. They're both good people, by the sounds of it, and by the looks of it, their videos. Uh, but for Andre to get over the breakup, I think he needs to move away from Chami a little bit and let her do her thing and he does his thing. Um, you are since he's been back in the Philippines, he's obviously at the nail salon a lot, and they're seeing each other. From what I understand, she's invited him out to a beach camping thing that he just had, but of course he didn't go because he was under the weather, had a hangover or something like that. But it leaves your people a little bit unsure of what's going on. Like, is he back in the Philippines trying to get her back? What is the whole deal with him moving back to the Philippines and living so close to Chami in the apartment and things like that? So there's a lot of things that open up here. Now, I have invited Chami to come onto the air, but obviously, you know, um, I've left messages, but she does not want to get into, I don't know, a video or whatever, which is fine. That's up to her. I wish she would come on the air and just, you know, um, put it all out there, what's going on. If everything's fine, everything's fine. If they're broke up, they're broke up. More power to them, more power that they're able to live in the same area and still be around each other and still be civil, which is good. It's always good to see that. Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people are confused, right? Um, Now, I've never ever called Chami a gold digger because she's not. She's done a lot on her own. Um, and Andre has helped a bit. I know he has, which is fine. Um, but that's just the way it is when you're into a relationship. Now that they're not in a relationship, I want to know, like, I would love to know what their take is on their business, how they work around that. So I've been trying to get them on the screen. Hopefully, they answer some of my questions. I left a big message in there the other day. He had his apartment review on channel, and I wrote back to him, "Beautiful apartment, man. But why are you back in the Philippines?" Never answered. Uh, I did have one comment come back from that. Um, and the lady that, wrote me back, she said, yeah, exactly. Why is he back in the Philippines? Like, or not in the Philippines themselves, but in that part of the Philippines. That's the big question here. That opens up a wide variety of questions, right? I mean, if he was to come to the Philippines and he settled down in Manila or Batangas or somewhere like that, okay, he's over there, she's over there, he's doing his thing, she's doing her thing, right? But it's not. They're both in Badol, I think it's called, or something like that. I could be getting the pronunciation wrong. Don't get me, it is what it is, but they're in the exact same community. So, I mean, for me, like I said, it leaves questions, right? So I'm hoping, like I said, that these people would get back to me here. It's the Morning Mug, guys. You're more than welcome to get back to me, and we'll set up an interview, and we'll sit down and talk like normal human beings. I will not, and I promise you both this, if I was able to get you online here, I will not be trash talking you whatsoever. I think you both are great people, and I wish you nothing but the best. But it does leave a lot of questions unheard or unanswered, right? So, I mean, that's basically where I am today, guys. Other videos that I've been watching on YouTube, you know, I'm trying to be as creative as I can, come up with new content for you guys. But I watch a lot of videos down in the Philippines, and I was watching one the other day. There's a 45-year difference in age. Um, I don't know what you guys think of it, but I'm not saying they're not in love. Don't get me wrong, guys. I really, it is what it is. If you're in love, you're in love, but 45 years is a long time. What happens when that poor man decides to pass away? Not God help, knock on wood that he doesn't, but where does that leave her? Start all over again? Yes, she'll still be young enough to do that, but does she really want to watch somebody pass away at that young of an age? I thought the whole thing about a relationship is to grow old together. Not one stay young, one stay old, But they say love is blind. I guess it is. There are some great videos on YouTube right now. I mean, a lot of people are discussing why they got onto YouTube, this and that, the other thing. Listen, guys, every channel is going to have its own way of doing things. From what I found, doing what everybody else does doesn't work. You have to take the time to learn and know where you're going with your channel and be true to yourself, right? Don't change because they said to do this or they said to do that, right? It is what it is. Sometimes you're going to get viewers, sometimes you're not. I mean, my wife does Facebook Shorts, I think it is, or something like that. And every day she's looking at me. She says, "Oh, honey, my numbers are down, or my numbers are up." Or I says, "Wait, babe, that's the way it is. It's social media. Sometimes they're gonna watch your video, sometimes they're not. Right? You have to take the good with the bad, just like the comments. You take the good with the bad. Me myself, when I get a positive comment, I say, "Thank you for your comment." If they join the channel, I welcome people to my channel all the time. Say welcome to the family, right? People that want to leave bad comments, I do the same thing all over again. I say, thank you for your comment. I'll take the good with the bad, right? So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions when it comes to Chami and Andre. If you have some questions of your own, please drop them down in the comments. I'll make sure they get over to them. Not that they're listening to me or anybody else. It doesn't matter, but it is what it is. You guys are looking at. I'm teaching myself how to play the ukulele. This one here is called a baritone. I also have a concert. Yeah. Sounds totally different. This has more of a bassy tone to it. The other one's a brighter sound. maybe when I get a little bit better in the future here, guys, I'll show you what I've learned. Right now, I'm not that great. I'm still picking up chords, this, that, the other thing. One thing I will say about the baritone, though, if you're able to get the baritone down, the baritone's the last bottom four strings of a guitar. So this one here would probably help you in a long ways get to a guitar. Me, I don't know how to play a guitar either, but after all, I do over on the other wall there have an electric and an acoustic as well. So I'm in the process of learning all of it. And yes, guys, yes, I'm older and it's a little bit harder for me because my fingers are not as has the agility of a young person, but I'll get there. Anyway, guys, that's about it for my video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, please hit that like button and come and join our channel. I see by my analytics, there's people watching my channel, but the comparison between people that are subscribed and not subscribed is major. So, it doesn't take much, guys, to hit that little subscribe button and like button and share button. Just to let you know when I'm back, hit that bell as well. I thank you guys. Thank you to all the ones that have joined. God bless. Have a great day. Bye for now.